Good morning, rejects. Do you want to talk about tourism in Warhammer 40k? No? Well, too bad. I've got you for 3 minutes and it's playtime. Oh yeah, the cream rises to the top. I don't know why Macho Man got in my head, but he did. It's probably some like Skyrim mod. Anyway, tourist insults are aplenty in the 40k community currently, with it being the most popular insult to someone who might be a fake fan, or an insult you throw out when you have nothing to say. Not always is it used in a negative way, but the vast majority that I've seen is that it is used as an insult to someone who doesn't agree with a particular mindset. I and many others might have noticed that the online space for 40k is starting to get a little heated. From what I understand of the topic, it is seemingly coming from the female Space Marines argument, which I could give two shits about. That argument is so boring and overplayed, I just don't care. But I will admit, that argument has spawned some of the dopest mini designs and just in general awesome paint jobs that I've ever seen. Like goofy Space Marine maids, like different flag representations, all that good stuff. As always, even for regular models, the Warhammer community consistently comes out with quality. That's not even including the digital art community too. It's just very, very well done designs that I wish I could paint and draw like. But hey, maybe one day when I decide to stop only painting Gretchen and orcs. That day will probably never come. Gretchens are awesome. However, despite all these cool little things coming from something negative, people are at each other's throats, both sides feeling justified and constantly calling each other out. Honestly, it's exhausting. And even reading it's exhausting. I get so burnt out looking at it, but somehow you can't even really get away from these spaces without someone angry at someone else. I mean, y'all turn into like Black Templars, I swear to God. Or maybe not to God, but you know, that's kind of bad. Maybe to the Emperor or something. But you're trying to understand where I'm kind of coming from with it, because you could just be scrolling on the Warhammer community like hashtag or Reddit, and then you'll see people getting mad at each other, or calling people tourists if they don't include everything in the lore. Now, before I go any further, there are specific groups of people that should be ousted from the community. Fucking Nazis, right? Get them gone. They clearly didn't get the satire part of the Imperium. But honestly, that's not a hot take right there. Overwhelmingly, the Warhammer community condemns the type of people who subscribe to that type of rhetoric. But what is ghost pepper spicy are some of the ridiculous posts that you see. Make your own space opera, tourist. True fans abide by the lore. 30 years of Warhammer 40k fandom look upon you with disgust. No female space marines ever. Go away. I will never welcome women into the majority of the hobbies that I enjoy. They change the culture of it too much, besides they should be in the kitchen or in the bed anyways. Damn. Female Extremism, stop ruining everything challenge impossible. Extremism, is that a real word? I don't know. There's like 5 of them, and they ruin everything they get their filthy claws on. Give them an inch and they burn and raise the next mile to the ground. No, they can go start their own hobby. No. Hey. Woo pig suey razorbacks, haha! Like some of these posts are written by the same type of people who complain that they get no coochie. Yeah, no shit, dumbass. No self-respecting woman would ever deal with the type of sexist behavior that you probably pulled from Andrew Tate, if he is still even relevant. I honestly don't know. Now this isn't me shitting on people not getting laid either. More of me shitting on the type of people who weaponize something to try and cause harm. What's even crazier is having the audacity to call someone like Gary Chalk, who's illustrated for Games Workshop, a tourist, and that's just beyond me. But it doesn't stop there. Dan Abbott and other authors are completely getting glossed over by people who legitimately aren't a part of the community and seek to do a weird virtue signal on people. Even people on the left are insane and only add to the problem of radicalizing people against different types of representation in media. Aw, trans people and people of color are taking games away from shits like you? Good. Smiley face. Let it continue this way. You can find a new hobby while others enjoy the games. It brings me so much joy to know that you feel like all your favorite hobbies are being stripped away from you. You will never get what you think you had back, and that is hilarious. I'm very glad you're getting stripped of your hobbies. I'm glad you're enjoying video games less and less every day. Happy to know your hobbies are being stripped away from you. I don't know why those are blocked out, I just found it on Twitter. But yeah. But honestly, coming back to Gary Chalk, the man, the myth, the legend, the real Macho Man, he says it the best. You know what? You all need to grow up a bit. It's just bloody toy soldiers, not a cure for cancer. The lore isn't real. It's just invented. If it doesn't work, change it. Based, Gary. Based. Warhammer has always been about building up your own homebrew in the setting. Besides the basic background lore and knowledge, you are given free range to do whatever the hell you want. So experiment and make your own narrative. Don't get so caught up in this meaningless online drama. I say this while I'm making a video. Nice! Really just feels like the Star Wars sequels have permanently scarred a whole generation of sci-fi nerds to the point where any type of change is almost resoundingly negative. People are so afraid of things being woke that even the slightest deviation is heretical. It's so disappointing to see so many people forgetting that the best parts of Warhammer 40k are the community memes and arts that we all enjoy. I mean, if I throw up a shovel, all of you fucks would just start smiling behind that screen. Yeah, I got you. I knew you would. Anyway, it's even more disappointing to see people leaving the community, especially talented painters such as Studio Hero Queer. Constant death threats and harassment will do that, so it's really just so sad that we've gotten to the point where that's being done to people in 40k. Which I understand. I mean, some people are wholeheartedly toxic and will just be hateful because of someone's beliefs or identity. It doesn't help that negative voices stick out the loudest to us. Hell, even the people defending others on the left are tone deaf and project so much that it's just silly. It's such a goofy virtue signal that actually comes off as white knighting, especially when it comes to representing women in the space, or talking about how the Tau are Jewish. I didn't understand that one either. I thought they were communist. Like most people, just go straight into the fact that there should be female space marines, but then completely gloss over the Adeptus Sororitas or Sisters of Battle, especially when it comes to asking women what they want to see in the community, which I feel like that would be the best way to go about it, but hey, I live in a camper, so don't expect me to run a proper business unless it's a fucking meth lab. I don't know. I don't do meth. Let me just put that out there. It really just feels like people line up and are just tossing around tourist allegations left and right, passing them out like it's free candy. But I really have no idea what the takeaways are from those arguments. Very, very few people articulate themselves well enough to get a good understanding and mostly inject themselves into the community with some weird bullshit exactly like how the tourists they claim others to be. That could be because of the character limit when it comes to social media and not being able to fully represent themselves, but like most things, I think people just have the headline with no critical thought process other than trans people are the devil, cis het men are Satan, and women are all named Lucifer. I might be looking at this with too much of a political mindset, but overall the divide between the community is seemingly getting worse. I fully expect this to continue to come from the American presidential election time when politics are absolutely rampant. I had a brain fart. But as a fan and avid enjoyer of shovel memes, come on everyone, let's start healing that rift. Really bring us back together. To end this on a positive note, I encourage everyone to take a step back and not try to be so negative, and try to get away from an algorithm that shows you so many doom brain things on your social media feed. Really get back into the memes about how Erebus cucked everyone, how Magnus did nothing wrong, when he really did ruin quite a bit. He sucks. Get back into the Blood Ravens being thieves and Trazen being a dick memes. Just give me back Creed, Trazen. He's cool. I like his jacket. Anyway, that's all I got. I know this was more serious than my recent videos, which I promise I'm immediately heading back into darktide build videos. Thanks for watching.